I'm ready to work.
On this episode of Finding Festivals, harvest season is upon us. My question is, what does it mean to be an American farmer today?
It is fulfilling.
Always changing.
The generation shopping today is more interested in knowing where their food is coming from.
From farm to table, we're exploring the agritourism through the Shores and Islands region on the newest episode of Finding Festivals, where we celebrate local fall festivals. Learn about Ohio inventions, AI technology, and delicious eats you have to bite into to taste the region. Celebrate fall festivals on this episode of Finding Festivals. Hi, I'm Haylie. I'm a former festival queen turned award-winning executive producer, and I shared my love for community traditions with over 54 million households on PBS, and now I'm inviting you to join me in Finding Festivals.
The fall festivals are time to play, taste, and take home the harvest.
Many come to the area for summer fun, even we did in season 1 of Finding Festivals, but Erie and Ottawa counties are just as vibrant in the fall.
Dare I say, it's a blast!
Burnham Orchard is a local favorite to celebrate fall festivities. From games and rides to tastings and, of course, apples, families of all sizes visit annually.
That went nowhere.
For 6 generations, the orchard has grown fruit, but even with ties to the past, they are always looking ahead.
Joe Burnham, my father, he's 6th generation, is very forward-thinking in technology. He met a company who was making AI for our packing house line. So our packing house is where we're grading the apples, meaning that we're sorting through them, we're cleaning the apples, washing them, and then we're packing the apples up. We would have to, by our eyes, manually sort what the apple was. Now the AI piece actually takes a picture, almost like an ultrasound, can tell what variety it is and what size it is and send it to where it needs to go on the line. We also won a grant from the USDA for a second piece of AI, and that's going to actually take a picture of the inside of the apple, because when we are selling to big stores and all of our wholesale distribution, if you're a customer and you cut into it and 10 of them have internal browning, which you can't see to the naked eye, you can reject that. And so as a small family business, we have to pay the driver to bring it back, to unpack everything, to regrade it, and then to send it back again. And a lot of big companies like Meijer and Walmart are gonna start requiring packing houses to have this piece of technology. So we're a little bit ahead of the game, but we were the first orchard on the East Coast to integrate AI into our line at all.
That's amazing.
Very excited about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's revolutionizing what you guys do. And I mean, I guess that leads me to my next question. I mean, what does it mean to be an American farmer in today's economy, especially when you have technology like that being introduced?
A labor of love, that's for sure. So there's 3 big things, from labor to profit to what we're able to produce, that we are absolutely not in control of. And so it's hard as a farmer in this economy, because not only are we facing all of these uphill battles, but we're also facing people spending less because of where the economy is at. But we had a beautiful harvest this year. We're busier than we've ever been. We're picking up more fresh cider clients, and we're seeing that return on the investment.
Now, what is it with the Fall Festival weekends? I mean, you guys do it from like September through October, correct?
Mm-hmm.
How long has it been going on year after year?
Yeah, that's a great question. So my grandpa and my grandma, when they were running things, they always had what they called a harvest open house. It was always the 3rd Sunday in October. And when I was maybe 8 years old is when they really elevated to the agrotainment pieces, where we started bringing in inflatables, and we had a barrel train, you could make a scarecrow, and we had hay bale mazes. And as we've continued to grow, we've brought in a bounce house, we've brought in a pumpkin pad, we have mega slides out there. And so we've continued to grow with the community to bring more and more to the table for them to enjoy. And this is the tree that's over 100 years old. Wow. You can see on the bottom, straight through it, it's completely hollow. You see through that hole. And it still produces apples even after being struck by lightning twice. That's why it's hollow.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know the science behind it.
I may like this in pie, but I know a Goldie that will likely take it as it is.
For 3 generations, Quarry Hill Orchards has grown crops along the rolling hills of Berlin Heights. Though the farm started with vegetables in 1931, it was 2 acres of apples the family planted as an afterthought that grew so well on the land it became one of the main produce products of Quarry Hill Orchards.
Wow. And we see all these apples kind of at the tippy top. I know this is one of the rows that people do their U-pick, and I know kind of towards the front, it's a little more bare. I mean, you can just kind of pick one off.
So yeah, when we invite folks out to the farm, grab a nice, beautiful red apple. This is a Fuji. So right now, we're gonna have folks out picking this weekend. You hear that, just that snap, that crispness of an apple right from the tree?
Oh, I guess you could just bite into it, huh?
Huh. That's great.
Very good.
Yeah. My dad likes to talk about the passion that it takes to do what we do here, and he likes to show people that passion by coming them out, taking out your pocket knife, having a slice of an apple. Man, that kind of sums up our year.
What got you into farming? Have you always been in farm business?
No, I am from Phoenix, Arizona, and from the big city, and my college degree is in civil engineering. So when I met Ben, I knew that he was a package deal with the farm and wanted to potentially be a part of that one day. I never wanted him to come back to be the next generation and ask him to choose between that opportunity and me. So I kind of signed up for both when we were dating.
So you actually married into it, but it's interesting what you studied because I feel like you're still applying what you studied to what you're doing.
Absolutely, Haylie. As an engineer, you just provide solutions, you value engineer, make things better. And I feel like you can do that with a lot of different customers and products.
I mean, what is it to be an American farmer in today's economy?
I sum it up in one word: challenging. So the dynamic nature of growing fruit is that, man, when I wake up in the morning, we never know what's coming at us. And in a fun way, by the time 9 o'clock rolls around, we've already pivoted 4 times on what our day looks like.
I do want to ask, what is so special about your ice cream? I know it's made with fresh fruit, but there's something particular about it that makes it just slightly different than what we've ever seen.
You're right. It is a very unique product. Again, part of our brand and our mission statement here is to give our guests something they really can't get anywhere else. A very quality, unique experience at Quarry Hill. And it was on a trip to New Zealand that my husband Ben and I learned of this machine called the Little Gem. And it was a chance for those farms to take their agricultural product that, it's a very highly perishable product. And it's a way to take it as it was decreasing in value, and they could process it, freeze it, and return it back into a value-added product. So the real fruit ice cream made a lot of sense to bring in from New Zealand, bring that concept to the States. When we got the machine, there was only 6 machines in North America. So the machine itself is engineered for orchard fruit and is engineered by New Zealand engineers. We branded it Quarry Cones, real fruit ice cream, and we kind of created this space all around celebrating the fruit in a meaningful way. So it's 50% fruit, 50% Mitchell's homemade, and it's the fruitiest, freshest, tastiest treat.
And 100% agri-celebration.
That's right! It's delicious.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, very good.
Can I try a bite?
Absolutely. It's your creation.
Yeah, blackberry real fruit ice cream.
He's like, I want some. Now this I'll eat as is, but I prefer it fermented.
And now a word from our underwriters.
You are here, soaking up the sunshine together. Here, relaxing and reconnecting with good friends. Here, escaping the everyday. At Shores and Islands, Ohio, life's sweetest moments are the simple ones. And you are here, living them. You are here.
The American Rescue Plan Act, and viewers like you. Thank you. Now back to the episode.
So Quarry Hill is the main ingredient in our mimosa, that and Firelands Winery. So again, 2 local partners that we try to use, but Quarry Hill's apple cider, it's out of this world. And you know, they make it all here locally. They grow their apples locally. You know, they've been here as long as we have in my family. And it's fun to be able to partner with someone like that. I drive out there once a week. I buy apple cider, I buy apples, and you know, we're using their products. This time of year, we love having them as our fall partner.
Sandusky Bay Pancake House may be new in name, but the restaurant has been part of the community for a while.
The restaurant's been in my family for 59 years. My dad was one of the original franchisees with Perkins. And when COVID hit, I knew that I wanted to go in a different direction and go out on my own. So we decided to go down our own path and break away from the franchise and create something that was based on our local products that we have around here, because we have so many great ones, as you can see here, just sitting at the table. So we came up with the Eat, Drink, Think Local mantra. It's more than a slogan. It's truly how we operate and how we feel the restaurant should be run.
How many local establishments are here?
Yeah, so almost too many to list. I think we're at 18 and counting right now. But like our bacon is local, and our coffee is local, and our dairy is incredible. Toff's Dairy, oldest dairy in the state of Ohio. And they buy from all the local farmers also. So we want the guests to know that when they're supporting us, they're supporting all these other local businesses that we support, and that's how you do things in a small town.
Okay, breakfast is probably the only reason I bother rolling out of bed. So,
I like you.
The best part is they support local. So when you're buying a breakfast, you're also supporting local. I mean, what more reason do you need to go enjoy breakfast?
oh, because you source so much local, I mean, I think some would even say that you truly bring forth the farm to table experience. I mean, what does that mean to you, being able to bring forth that for people?
Yeah, I think it's important. I think, you know, if you look at kind of the way the restaurant business has evolved, you've got US Foods and you've got Cisco, you've got these big mainline distributors, and everything has become homogenous. Everything tastes the same no matter where you go. How do you differentiate? How do you do that? You do it with local products, right? This is what makes us different. So, you know, whether you're the table next to us that's a tourist, or whether you're from in town, you get to experience our local flavor, and it's all right here and more, and we're very proud of that.
Now, you have an extensive list, I mean, front and back here. Do you have a favorite item currently?
Yeah, that's a great question. My favorite item on the menu is our cinnamon swirl pancakes. We drop the pancakes onto the griddle. We put the cinnamon swirl mix into the pancakes while it's on the griddle. And when we flip those, it caramelizes the sugar. It gets it this little crispness, and then it activates the cinnamon. Best thing on the menu, cinnamon swirl pancakes.
I would say that's excellent. If there was no eggs on this plate. But that is very, very good.
I heard Burnham's Orchard has some hard cider. You know I gotta try some.
What do we have in front of us? We have three samples
We
here.
have apple pie, blackberry shandy, and witch be gone.
Now, of these three, Chad, what are your favorites?
Ooh, probably the apple pie.
What all goes into our apple
Just
pie?
cinnamon and brown sugar.
Really?
Yep.
Just that?
Yep.
Ooh, okay, let's see. Smells delightful though.
It is really good.
Oh, that is very good. Okay, so what's in the witch be gone?
So witch be gone, we have nutmeg, cloves, cinnamon sticks, ginger, and some brown sugar.
Sounds like almost like the bottom of their cauldron.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Oh, okay, let's get a little sip of the witch be gone. Ooh, I like that, witch be gone. Ooh. Well, Chad, what do you enjoy most about being here and serving guests with the cider?
I like to see all of the local produce get used, and yeah, it's made into something that everyone gets to use to celebrate. So yeah, I enjoy that, and I enjoy the science, and then I enjoy helping out my girlfriend's family. So yeah.
I love that. Cheers to the harvest.
Cheers to the harvest.
Fall is my favorite time to get local honey, but to be honest, I never really thought about how long it takes bees to make it.
Well, that is all about to change. Cherry City Honey opened in May 2018, but started with a workshop at a local library.
Years ago, my wife went to the library in Clyde, and the lady working at the desk told her, hey, there's a beekeeper in the basement giving a presentation. And Tammy goes down and she's hooked. I mean, she listens to this beekeeper, and I mean, she calls me. I think I was working out of the country at that time. She calls me and she is hooked. And at first I thought, well, this will take a while. We have 3 beehives. 3 hives becomes 6, 6 becomes 12. Before you know it, you're buying property to put more bees on, and it's been a great experience.
I make a lot of gourmet honeys. I use organic ingredients.
Now, what do you enjoy more? Creating the final product for the customers or working with the bees?
Oh, I don't know. That's both. I don't get hot and sweaty like I do in the bee yard to make, the creations that I come up with, but, it's about half and half. I enjoy both.
Well, should we try some of your creations?
Sure.
Perfect. Now, what all went into this kind of creation? What inspired this?
We call it Cherry City Honey, and the reason is Pickens Cherry Farm was on our road years ago, so that's why it's kind of a historical name. But people would call and say, hey, do you have any cherries or cherry honey? And we didn't at the time, so it's one of the things that we've had on the back burner, but we finally decided to just go with it and give the people what they want.
I need a bigger spoon.
Yep, you can eat it.
We're going to take the whole jar, okay?
Innovation isn't just for honey tasting. In fact, it's part of the beekeeping industry.
They're inventions from Ohio, right?
Absolutely.
So, what's this?
So this is the smoker, and I always love to take it around to the kids, and I don't put it right in their nose, but I always ask them who likes campfires. Everybody likes campfire, and really do smell the smoke from it.
Oh, I do.
It's so relaxing, and to me, I tell them, well, don't you relax when you're in a campfire? Same thing the bees do. They relax, and the smoke kind of covers the pheromone, and so they don't sting you. So this was invented by a gentleman in Medina, Ohio, A.I. Root, and he was known for a lot of different inventions that helped the beekeeping industry that we still use today. So,
what is that? Is it a prison?
So Henry Quarren from Honey Corners in Bellevue, Ohio, invented or patented actually this turn of the century this queen bee box. So he would put a queen and a few attendants in there, put a little candy on the end, and then be able to ship this all around the world over to Russia. Big invention for because in the upper areas where it's cold, it's very important to have a queen bee. If you don't have a queen bee, it takes forever for them to make a new one. So you can give them a queen bee if they're out of a queen bee, and that little honey, once they put it in there, both of the sides they'll eat it out, and then the queen will be happy with everybody, and then she'll hopefully be accepted. So he made millions of dollars doing just this job by making queens, raising queens. His tombstone says queen bee breeder of the world. So
wow, what a title.
Yeah.
Oh my
absolutely.
gosh.
And from Bellevue. So
that's so cool.
So one could argue it really is a throne of sorts.
Yes. There you go.
Okay, not a prison.
Yeah, no. Yeah, absolutely.
What made you transition from your background more in that, dairy farming into honey?
Yeah. Well, honestly, it's just I started to learn about the fact that bees are so important. I always tell the kiddos, because we do a lot of kids classes, and I show them this honey stick, and I tell them that it takes 12 bees their entire life to make that. And there's so many times that people don't realize that the honey that you find at the store is imported. A lot of it, 70% of it's imported, and we don't always know what's in it. So to protect that beekeeper, so we buy from the actual local sources, I just would love to flip that script, and instead of having it 70% imported to having it 70% that's purchased here because we have the future beekeepers that I'm educating right now, and it's just very exciting. So, yeah.
Wow, so it's really the education that pulled you back into the industry and makes you want to continue the agriculture side of it.
Yeah.
We love working in agriculture. We love working with bees, and also educating the public about how important honeybees are to the environment and our food supply.
Learning about bees has got me inspired. I'm ready to work. Let's go. Local honey on a warm, toasted, homemade sourdough bread is a way to wake me up in the morning. But when I want to kick back in the evenings, a local craft beer is the way to go. Twin Oast and I go way back. In fact, we started around the same time. May 2018, Twin Oast began welcoming visitors, and throughout the years have hosted harvest events and themed festivals. The co-founder Corey and I get a little competitive when brews are boring.
Uh-oh. See, I think going back. Oh, I tried to go deep.
Well,
but I got one.
you got one. I got 0 out of 3.
It happens.
Corey won this time. So what inspired creating Twin Oast? Because what I find interesting about this is not only is it really a destination, and I think some people mistaken it as the castle, right? But they're actually Oast.
They're Oast.
But beyond that, I mean, you kind of craft your beer to kind of use the local harvest. So what inspired you to do that?
Yes, there's a lot of different moving parts to how this all came together. I always tell people I would have been happy with a brewery in a strip mall, just because I wanted to start a brewery. Like that was the main goal. And as we kind of looked at where should we do this whole venture, we said, you know what, we have this 60-acre farm that right now was just, or at that time was just kind of overbearing weed wasteland. And so we said, let's clear some of this out. Let's replant some grass. Let's replant some trees and really showcase this really unique parcel of Catawba and kind of go back to the roots of what Catawba is, which is an agricultural island. I mean, you know, Catawba has both like Native American, but also grape heritage in the naming of it.
Wow, so you're not just a brewery. I think that's what a lot of people may misunderstand, is that they come here and they see the restaurant and they see the 2 Oasts and they, you know, obviously try your beer, but you're not just a brewery.
Yeah.
You kind of double as, you know, farmland.
Yeah, absolutely. This is agritourism. When you pull in, you'll see the sign that says, you know, this is an agritourism destination. And that was really step one, was how can we showcase, again, the farm itself, the uniqueness of Catawba. You know, I think a lot of people, when they come to the area, they're inundated with this nautical, sometimes it's a little Key Westy kind of, and we looked around and we said, listen, this is really true to the roots of the area. I mean, the Oasts themselves are built from, it's called Catawba stone that we dug up from the excavation of the property. Like, everything to a T is as local as we can possibly do.
I love that. Well, we have a couple of beers in front of us, and
Yeah.
I know that this is one of your fall rollouts, right?
Yes. So this is called Cran Jam. It's a cranberry shandy. So we took the base of our lemon berry blaster, which is a lemon blackberry shandy that comes out in the summertime, and we infused it with some cranberry puree to give it a nice fall feature. And it turned out really, really nice. Will did a great job with this one. And then the one I have here in front of me is called Erie Responsible. That's the name of the nonprofit group that we work with. Josh Dykstra and his team over at Erie Responsible, their whole goal is to clean up the lake and leave it better for future generations. And so when he kind of approached us and was like, hey, we're doing some fundraising and we were trying to get our name out there, he said, what would we think about doing a beer with the name? And I just said, it's a perfect idea, I love it. So every year we celebrate Erie Responsible, and it's a nice pale ale that kind of goes back to that old school Sierra Nevada style pale ale, West Coast style pale ale that people really like.
So to that, to the taste of the harvest.
Cheers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's like juice.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's really nice. It's refreshing, but it still has that fall flavors to it. It just really fits the season well.
The best way to taste the local harvest is a cold brew, but you know what I'm missing? Right? But wait, fries are a festival must, and farm fresh at that. Nothing quite beats a nice, fresh, hot French fry on a cold fall day. I can't wait. Ooh. See,
Voila! Bon appetit!
To celebrate season flavors inspired by the farm, the Orchard on Catawba is the place to dine. This place is huge. Not only do they grow their own food, but they have the Orchard Bar and Table, Orchard Farm Stand.
Ingredients that are on the pizza and found in the sandwich actually came from the garden here at the orchard. So with that said, I'm gonna dig in. Or I guess pull apart. Ooh, that's so much cheese. Here we go. Oh, that is so good.
My personal favorite is the COOP, not just because it's festive, although that is my favorite, but also the drinks are delicious. The Lake Erie region isn't just for summer. It's a place visitors can taste the land and celebrate the fall season.
That was a lot of spinning.
Fall festivals celebrate the local harvest, support American farmers, and help us appreciate the taste of the land.
I look forward to the next festival we find.
You can visit findingvestivals.com to learn more about the series, get updates through the digital newsletter, and connect with me on social media where you can access more festive and travel content.
Sorry, my hair is like... Gotta fix the hair. They don't have a filter to fix my hair, so I gotta fix it myself. Well, this is heavier than I thought it would be. The steps looked a lot less hard from the bottom of the journey.
And cut that B-roll out when I'm chewing on something, right?
Yeah. And then I just sit down. All right. Oh, shoot. Oh my gosh! Wow, that was fun!
This is like my favorite. The perks of filming.